Welcome to chapter 29 of Memoirs of a White Guy. Welcome back, guys. So, obviously, I've had a big weekend. I went on tour this weekend with Lewis Spears again, my friend.
What else did you do, Luke?
I went to Adelaide, which is awesome. Radelaide, but actually was rad. And went to Perth.
Well, sorry, I wouldn't know.
No, you wouldn't know.
Other
Luke.
There.
No. Yeah, so I went to Perth and Adelaide. It was pretty sick. And then yesterday, my girlfriend threw me a surprise party. Today's actually my 21st birthday. Thanks, guys. Yeah, buy tickets as a birthday present to me. Don't say happy birthday, which you will, but don't. Just buy tickets.
Hi, guys. I'm Emily.
I'm Emily's joining me
Luke
today.
on the podcast.
This is so weird.
I'm kind of nervous. It's been going for too long.
Oh, very weird.
This is Memoirs of a White Boy and Girl again. I'm joined by Emily, if you couldn't already work that out, because it's my birthday. And we were hanging out, and then we were like, oh, we've got to do the podcast. Because look at me, hard working.
On his birthday.
On my 21st birthday, I'm like, no, I'll still talk a bit of shit into a microphone. So, but really, like, she was going to start it off with Memoirs of a White Girl, but imagine that version. Like, you actually have stuff to complain about, like the wage gap, the patriarchy, me. So, like, that would actually be an interesting podcast, and no one listens to that podcast.
You only have to complain about, fat birds.
I wake up every day as a straight white male, and I'm just like, everyone cares about what I have to say. This is awesome. I'm going to go complain about it on the podcast. So, it's good. I just came back from Adelaide and Perth, as other Luke said before. And it was awesome. I was on Lewis's Try and Stop Me tour, the national tour we're doing at the moment. And it was definitely the two best shows of his tour yet. Thank you to everyone who came and saw me. After the Adelaide show, I received my first ever gift after the show from Janine. Look at that. Remember your name.
Janine, it was a cool present.
And she gave me like a gift bag. And I didn't get it. And everyone else got it. So I put it on my Snapchat story like, oh, look, I received a gift. Thanks very much. I don't know why she put in butter menthols, though, because she put in a bunch of in-jokes from the podcast. Like, she knitted me 2 woolen fat birds, which was really cool.
They are really cool.
And they're sitting on my desk at the moment. And she put in butter menthols. And I was like, I don't get it. I've never talked about butter menthols on the podcast before. This is so confusing. And then everyone was like, it's because you cough at the start of the podcast. I was like, ah.
Well, you didn't cough this week. So
it
worked.
I did.
Oh, yeah. Luke did. Air quotes, if you didn't see them.
Okay, we all got it. You don't have to explain the joke. But,
well, how do you know they got it? You can't see them.
If you didn't get that, just turn off the podcast. You're going to hate the rest because I'm not explaining every joke that we make today. So, that was really cool. So, people, buying gifts is crazy. It wasn't even my show, which was cool. So, thank you very much, all the people who are going to come to my shows in Adelaide and Perth. Oh, I announced my national tour this week. I don't think last week I was saying that I will be announcing it.
Here's Luke. Emily, I don't have anything to talk about on this week's podcast. You should probably get in.
Yeah.
I just announced the national tour, but that's fine.
Well,
I don't have
I
anything to talk
about it. It was like 5 days ago. So, yeah, I'm coming to... I can officially say now... I think I've already hinted everywhere, but I'm officially coming to... The order is Sydney, Brisbane, Perth, then Adelaide. And I've already done my Newcastle show. And obviously Melbourne during the Comedy Festival. The Comedy Festival starts this Wednesday, which is crazy.
Pretty excited.
My show doesn't start for another 2 weeks, but it doesn't mean you don't have to wait to get tickets. Because, no, they're filling up now. Now that the festival's started and it's been on the news, everyone's radio. Like, oh, shit, I've got to go see Luke. So that's cool. Thank you very much for everyone who's buying tickets. The weekend shows are filling up, so get in there before they sell out. And I think Sydney's going to sell out.
Yeah,
it's been on sale for like 5 days. So if you're from Sydney, get on that shit. If you're from the other states, well, look, you've got time, but I wouldn't wait on it. No. But are you going to be coming?
Yes, you know that. I don't know why you're asking me, but he's obviously asking for you guys.
Some, I don't know if you are going to be coming to some. We're still waiting
to what?
To Perth and Adelaide.
No, I'll be there in Perth. Adelaide, you're possibly may not see me.
You're not going to be graced with Emily's presence. God, you're really missing out there.
Luke lies. You will be missing out, and I'm sorry. I really he should really discount the tickets because I won't be there. So,
How much value are you adding to the show?
If you want a discount, use the code Emily's not there. This blows. Just put that in the discount code, and you'll get 50% off. Because obviously, I'm 50% off the value of why you come.
How many dick jokes do you tell, mate?
I only told the one joke.
Fucking
it is a cake joke.
None,
and
okay?
you've already heard it.
Yeah.
But you know what? You haven't heard it live. It's not the same.
It's not you're not like a music act where people buy your album and then like, fuck, I want to hear the cake joke live. If you haven't heard the cake joke, I was eating cake at this table that we're sitting at. And I was like, oh, Emily, I finished my cake before everyone. And she said, you really took the cake there.
Okay, but first, he said to his brother,
Who?
I'm going to eat the cake the fastest.
I didn't say
You
that.
did say
You've
that.
made up this in
I
your
haven't
head.
made this up. You said, like, I'll eat my fake cake faster than you because you like to be competitive. I don't know.
Can we point out that she does the worst impression of me ever? Your dude voice is like, oh, I'm a dude. Hey, guys, I've got a dick between my thighs.
Well, that's exactly what you sound like, so I'm bloody spot on.
I don't know how I do my girl voice. You have a really high-pitched voice, though, so it's hard to replicate
do
that.
it.
Hi. I also have a high-pitched voice, though, so it's both. It's
Go.
like,
Yeah, I go too deep for you.
hi, I'm Emily.
That's fair.
I think I'm funny that I am. Luke, you really took the cake there. That's never been funny to anyone.
Hi, I'm Luke. I'm not funny
This is
at
the
all.
worst to listen to.
Yeah.
Two people who do awful impressions of each other. But yeah, the national tour is announced, so I'd love to see you all there. I'm also going to Canberra and Gold Coast this weekend with Lewis's tour, and I'm not coming to those on mine. So if you're from Canberra and Gold Coast, I think there's 8 seats left for Lewis's show. I don't know. You're gonna have to ask him, but
just buy tickets.
Yeah,
Don't
just buy
ask him.
tickets to. His Canberra and Gold Coast show because I won't be coming down my tour this year because my first ever year. I don't I got to talk about Newcastle. Oh no, I talked about it last week.
You've been to Newcastle previously, yeah.
That's true. I forget.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Newcastle show was sick, but I've already talked about that on the podcast. So yeah, the tour's off to a ripping start, and the comedy festival starts in a week. So I'm super keen.
Yeah.
That's all the
So
stand-up
definitely
shit.
get tickets to Luke's, but yeah, go see some other people too.
Oh yeah,
There's
see.
a lot of great comedians out there.
I'll have some comedians on the podcast during the festival. It might be Guest City from now on, actually.
Oh.
Guest City, bitch. Guess. That was not funny. Emily's like, just shook her head when I was... Fuck off. So, okay. We're going to start off the podcast with the fun fact.
We got a bit distracted here.
Yeah. The fun fact this week is just no one sent one in, so that's not
We got
fun.
our own fun fact.
We sourced our own, but it's more of a series of fun fact about how we're all going to die.
Sorry, I don't know why you're not already laughing and all having super fun, because that already sounds...
Essentially, if you've never heard the fun fact, it's pretty much a party from here on in throughout this segment.
It really just kicks off the whole podcast. It really just gets you in the spirit.
People have told me that they've been on a train sitting by themselves and have just started cheering in the carriage when they've heard the fact.
Have they?
And that's a normal response.
Have they, though?
Yeah, they have. And
what are their names? Sorry.
Damien and Brian.
That was pretty quick.
And they're just cheering in the train, and I was like, "What?" And some people have. This has actually happened. Some guy is a politician. No, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm trying to think of a really serious situation. Okay, no. Some people have been known to be at a funeral, and then they've gone, "Oh, I could go some cheeky white privilege," so they put on my podcast because the funeral's getting a bit boring. Because we all know an auntie who does a eulogy that goes for too long. We've all seen it, and be respectful. You know what? How about you be respectful to us and give us 10 minutes of our life back? So you get some auntie coming up doing a eulogy at a funeral, and you're like, "Oh, I need some cheeky white privilege." So you put in your earbuds, maybe up through the sleeve, and you put your hand over your ear. That's what I used to do in high school.
Luke is demonstrating it for me. It's actually pretty good.
What you do is if you ever want to listen to... I know people, actually, the guy sent the question today says he listens to this podcast in class. If you ever want to listen to this podcast in class, here's what you do. I used to do it in high school. Listen to your tunes, but it requires a long sleeve jumper, because the headphone cord has to go up the sleeve. So you put it... You usually put your headphones up through your t-shirt and let them hang out the top. That's what most high school kids do. Because why was that uncool, having dangly headphones?
It does look uncool.
Yeah, I don't know why it looks uncool,
like
but everyone puts it up through their... I put it up through my top. Anyway, you put it up through your top, and you feed it through your arm sleeve until the earbud sticks out... No, the earbud, not the airbud.
It's how we palm is.
Airbud's the hit film starring the dog that plays basketball. If anyone wants, but don't put Airbud out your wrist. Put an earbud. Honestly, if you can fit an Airbud DVD through a sleeve, then I'm just impressed.
Please explain how they can listen to music.
Even the dog.
Or the podcast.
Imagine if they fit the whole dog through
So
this.
what he's saying is you put the
I'm still explaining
earbud.
it. So the earbud, you feed it through your this is the worst thing.
Through your sleeve.
Through your sleeve, and it pops out where your wrist is, and then you put your palm over your ear, and then you listen to the podcast through one ear.
I'm assuming you're resting your elbow on a table.
You can only do it through one ear. If you do it through two, you have to sit like a weirdo and feed it. I can't even describe how am I sitting like now?
I don't know. You look like you've seen something really disturbing, and you're
put
rocking
your
back
hand
and forward.
You can only do it with one earphone, but that's a cheeky tip if you want to listen to tunes in class. Anyway,
or the fun fact.
So you're listening to some white privilege at a funeral.
Okay.
And
Can we just do the fun fact?
No, we're setting everyone up for the fun fact. And you're like, I can just go for some cheeky white privilege, and she's like halfway through a eulogy. And back in 1984, Catherine and I used to go down to the beach every single Saturday. And you're like, that is not an important part of this person's life.
Maybe
and you keep on going, no. And then you keep on going, and you're like, oh.
Maybe she was sand.
And you're listening to it, and then we've swapped voices, and you're already smirking. You're like, look, I know that's not Luke. And I'm pretty sure that's Emily, because she was in an episode about 3 weeks ago. And you keep on going, and then it gets to the fun fact, and you listen all through all this, and then you're like, okay, ready for the fun fact. I've known people who just get up, and they, party poppers?
Yeah.
But like...
No, I don't know party poppers.
Oh, anyway, they just... Like, they hear the fun fact, like the vulture one. They hear the vulture fun fact. The reason why vultures are bored. This isn't this week's fun fact. This is a previous fun fact.
I don't know why you...
They hear that vultures are bald, so they eat their prey from the inside out. That's why they're bald. Anyway, someone told me that wasn't true last week, and we ripped into him for about 10 minutes. Fuck that guy. Anyway, so... Where am I going with this?
Here is this week's fun fact.
The point is, people cheer at funerals for fun facts.
Okay, now here is the fun fact.
Okay. That story went nowhere.
Yes.
But now we all know how to listen to headphones in class.
I didn't know that.
I think we all knew something there.
We were together in high school. Why did you not give me this information?
Because I was too busy tuning it up in class and I wasn't speaking to you.
Oh.
Because I was pumping white privilege. All right. Okay, this is a fun fact. This is multiple, so it's a series of fun facts that get even more fun as they go along. In 50,000 years from now, we all die in an ice age. So and then if you happen to not die in that and get cryogenically frozen, what happens 100,000 years from now, Emily?
Well, in 100,000 years from now, super volcanoes melt everything.
They do. They melt everything. So if you're feeling a bit chilly after the ice age, just...
Don't worry, the lava will get you.
The lava will get you.
You're nice and toasty.
Exactly. But if you have the high ground, and that's a Star Wars joke, you wouldn't get it.
I do get that.
If you have the high ground
I've seen Star Wars.
And you survive the volcanoes melting, then in 500,000 years, we're going to get smashed by a meteorite. So that's dinosaurs all over again.
But you know what? It's not over. The fun fact's still going.
It might be. You don't see many T-Rexes walking around, so it might be it. But if you happen to survive that, what happens 500 million years from now, Emily? This is very fun.
Well, in 500 million years from now, the ozone layer is destroyed and there's mass extinction.
Mass extinction. I think we're all... You imagine at the funeral right now?
Not even minor extinction, mass.
He's probably put it through an aux cord right now at the funeral, and the auntie's just been interrupted, and everyone's like, and then what happens? And then 800 million years from now, all remaining life dies out. So that's a pretty...
So bye-bye plants.
Oh, wait, we have one more.
And Auntie Susan.
Yeah, so before we sound the fun horn, this is the final kind of thing of how we all go, and this is where really I think we can all agree the fun
This is where
peaks.
the party poppers get popped.
Oh yeah, and fireworks actually.
Wait for it. As soon as the fun horn sounds, pop those poppers you've been holding on to.
Alright, so the final thing, so if you're still alive 800 million years from now and have survived an ice age, a super volcano melting everything, a meteorite, and the ozone layer being destroyed, and all remaining life dying out, but you're still trekking
and
through.
And you aged that much in that long too.
Yeah.
You just didn't die from old age
Yeah,
either.
and if that's impressive. 7.59 billion years from now, the Earth is gonna fall into the sun.
Yay!
Sound the fun horn. So hopefully I remember to put in the fun horn. And yeah, that's just, I'm assuming we're all partying. Someone's probably doing a conga line, just saying the fact to the person in front of them.
If you're not doing the Macarena, you're not doing it right.
Exactly. So I hope we all enjoyed the fun fact. That was probably the best fun fact we've done.
Yeah, because it was just multiple fun
Yeah,
facts.
and the fun kept going. Usually it's like, usually you're sitting high on the euphoria of the first one, but this guy, you got to continue.
You just spat in my eye. That's a fun fact for everyone at home too.
Fun fact. Yeah. Cool. So what are we talking about next? I got to talk about the funniest thing I've ever seen. So as a comedian, it bothers me. I've already told Emily this story. I think I called her when this happened.
He did, in fact.
Yeah.
He also sent photos along with.
Yeah, I'm a horrible person. So as a comedian, I strive myself to write the funniest thing possible, but sometimes something funnier than anything you've ever seen happens, and you're like, I can never. No matter how hard I work, no matter how many gigs I do, no matter how hard I try and manufacture something, nothing will ever be as funny as the thing I saw at work the other day. And they always happen at work.
It is always
No, but you know why? Because at work I get bored and I just started people watching and
Animal
bird
watching.
I just start looking at random shit. And
Thinking Rock's a turtle watching.
Yeah, no, what do you mean thinking? There was a turtle. It was a magic turtle.
You thought it was a rock.
I thought it was a rock, because who expects to see a magic turtle?
I can't remember.
Maybe Harry Potter, but
people on the magic school bus, because they're used to it with the magic in the school.
Wow,
in the
what a
bus. throwback.
I haven't thought about that bus in years.
I watched it the other day.
You know
on
what?
Netflix,
You watch
in
the
case you're
first
wondering,
season of The Dark Knight Rises, and when he he kills all the people in the bank, the Joker, and then he escapes in the magic school bus. That's all I think about. It's not so magic anymore. Or the Joker pulls out, Heath Ledger pulls out in the yellow school bus.
Oh, Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Don't say his name.
Anyway.
You know what gets me?
That's a fun fact.
That's the saddest fact I've ever said.
Okay.
Heath Ledger's
Alright,
a
so...
beautiful man.
I know.
Was a beautiful man.
Your favourite movie is 10 Things I Hate About You, isn't
One
it?
of my favourite. It's a
you know what?
film.
And in saying that, that's one of the 10 things I hate about you. So
you liked it. He loved it. He's like when Heath Ledger's singing on those stairway,
the bit where the guy from Inception draws the dick on the fat kid's face,
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah.
That's the best part about that movie. Anyway, so I was at work, right? And I saw this fat Asian kid running with a milkshake. And usually when I say Asian, it has something to do with the story, like last week or a couple of weeks ago when I talked about the Asian dude showering. It actually has nothing to do with him being Asian. So it's a fat kid running with a milkshake. And already, I just started laughing, because that's funny. Because you see a fatty running with a milkshake. It's hilarious. And he was only wearing one shoe, so he was kind of limping. And I called Emily as soon as this happened. I was like, the best thing ever just happened. And I was already going to text... I was already going to text you and be like, you just saw a fat kid running with a milkshake with one shoe. But then this just gets better, right? I was like, this is already too good. And then he's running with one shoe, and but he's holding his other shoe. So in one hand, he's holding his other shoe. I don't know why. And the other hand, he's holding
do up his shoelaces
a milkshake. Yeah, because he's too fat, so he can't
bend down. I want to be part of this meanness.
Anyway, so he had his he was running with a shoe and a milkshake in his hand, and his other shoe was flapping because it wasn't done up properly. And then he tripped over a speed hump, and then just fell everywhere, and his milkshake just went all over him. And then I was already dead. I was like, oh my God, I can't deal with this. This is great. And then he picked up the half milkshake that was left, took a massive slurp of it while he was still lying on the ground, looked me dead in the eye, didn't say a thing, and then just ran away.
Carrying his shoe.
Yeah, no, he left his shoe on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So he spilled his milkshake. I love that he remembered his milkshake. He picked up his milkshake but forgot his shoe. And that's a classic fatty move. Right? So
I think I'm leaving for this part of the podcast.
This is where it gets even better. So I was already like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. And then, 5 minutes later, the shoe's still on the ground, and I'm still walking around doing the work, and I'm still cooling down. I'm like, okay. It's just I just got to call Emily, use my words, don't start laughing too hard when I tell the story again. And then he realized 5 minutes later that he lost his shoe. He left his shoe on the ground. So he ran back, still running with one shoe on, and this time a half full milkshake because half of it's on the ground. And then he ran back, and then just as he was about to where the shoe was near the speed hump, he tripped over the speed hump again, and then spilled the rest of his milkshake. on the ground. And he still didn't say anything. And I was like, oh, are you alright, mate? Like, while I was trying not to laugh. And then he didn't say anything. Then he just stared at me without saying a word again. Ran away. And then left his shoe on the ground and the empty milkshake cup. And he just left. And I was like, that's the funniest thing I've ever seen. I'll never write anything funnier than that.
And you can't just tell that on stage.
No, you can't be like, I saw a fat kid running with a milkshake.
And he fell.
And he fell over, and everyone was like, so?
Yeah.
Like, you gotta be, look, it's probably you have to be their story. But he was like,
I wasn't there, but...
You know that when they do the waddle run? He looked like an Asian penguin running with a milkshake. Oh, it's so funny. And racist.
Yes.
Yeah. It's not like the best thing you've ever heard. No. Oh, well, I thought it was funny. I bet you the fat bird was watching it going, oh, free milkshake. Awesome. That's all I had to talk about in the podcast. I just wrote fat kid running with milkshake.
You said something else to me before we started.
I want to talk about Qantas as well.
Oh.
We flew Qantas for the first time. Or no, I've flown it once before. So if you're not from Australia, Qantas is like the good airline. It's not like a budget airline.
Yeah, it's fancy.
Like the budget ones, like the okay, so it goes like Qantas up the top, then like Virgin, then Jetstar, Aladdin's Carpet, and then like 20 rungs down Tiger.
No, okay, wait. Aladdin's Carpet is so above Qantas.
No.
It's a magic fucking carpet. Yeah, you don't get food, but there's so much leg room you can lay down.
You don't get given free chockies.
Yeah, but you lay down on that thing, you're set.
Yeah, but I think it would be pretty scary flying on a carpet, like, over an ocean.
It's Aladdin's carpet. He's got a brain.
Alright. Well, Aladdin freaks me out because he doesn't have nipples. Anyway. That's a fact.
I
watch
know.
the movie again.
I've seen
Aladdin
the movie.
doesn't have nipples.
I'm going to
It
Aladdin the
freaks me
musical.
out. Really? That's now we're up to 8 things. No, that's 2 things I hate about you. So we're going to get to 10 by the end of the podcast.
I saw Beauty and the Beast the other day. It's probably number 3.
Wait, did I explain? Emily's my girlfriend. If you've just started listening to this podcast, did we explain that? Anyway, Emily's my girlfriend. If you haven't listened to that, we recorded another podcast together.
I'm sure we said it earlier.
Anyway, maybe. I don't think we did. But I think we just assumed. So that's who Emily is. Anyway. Tiger Air, like Tiger's the worst. So it goes like Aladdin's Carpet, like
why would you name
Jetstar,
it after an animal that can't fucking fly?
and then a fat bird. Oh no, we saw another one, another airline called Fly Pelican in Newcastle, and I think they just do trips between Newcastle and Sydney, and like 15 people got on the flight, and then Lewis was like, "Do you reckon it flaps like the plane?" And then some dude, this is just stealing his material. Some dude messaged me, like, he put on his Snapchat story saying, like, do you reckon the Fly Pelican plane flaps? And some guy's like, hey, my dad is a pilot for Fly Pelican. And then Lewis said, his arms must be sore from flapping all the time. Very funny, because they flap. Anyway, so Tiger is the worst, because it's just like it's worse than, I'd rather travel on a fat bird, like, that can't even take off of a pole than Tiger. Tiger sucks.
Well, yeah, but because it's...
why
would you call it Tiger?
Yeah, here's the thing.
It's a fast animal.
But like Qantas,
not...
here's the difference between Qantas and Tiger. Qantas give you like chockies, like biscuits. So we got a lunch, movies. Tiger also give you things like back pain, turbulence, suicidal tendencies. Just so you actually get a lot of things on both. Both come with a lot of perks. So but yeah, it sucks. But yeah, we flew Jetstar, I think, all the other flights. Virgin once, which was okay. But Qantas was just like, they have the little movies on the back of the seats. And because like everyone else, you can tell everyone who flies Qantas usually just flies Qantas. Yeah. And like the people were very snobby, like not a real middle class. And we were like, you know when like you just walk into like a massive house and you're like, oh my god, look at all that, and all these other people are like, this is normal for us. Yeah. We fly every day Qantas, and they were looking at like new releases on the movies in the back of the seats because you can tell they'd seen them all. And me and Lewis are just like, oh my god, we can play chess together, and we're playing chess through like children and like playing like battleships, and like these have games on the back of them.
And what were you gonna do, Luke?
What?
The really bad thing.
What?
You were gonna watch something.
Oh, I was gonna Netflix cheat.
Yeah. Any Snapchat
No, I wasn't gonna Netflix cheat.
And he Snapchatted to me. He had the audacity to send me a Snapchat of him gonna Netflix cheat on me.
No, because there was only so on the plane we're watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine at the moment. Go watch it. It's a good show on
It is
Netflix.
really
Andy
good.
Samberg and Chelsea Peretti, who also she has a great stand-up special. Anyway,
We've seen half of it.
so yeah, I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch some Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and then you crack the shits. I was joking. Well, Netflix cheating isn't cool.
Netflix cheating is not cool.
Would you rather me actually cheat on you or Netflix cheat?
Well, I
or
don't know.
both the same?
I couldn't tell ya. Netflix just really gets the feels, feels running.
Mm.
But you know what? If you cheated on Netflix cheated on me, then it'd kind of be like a convenient way because I can Netflix cheat on you back, and you're so slow at watching TV shows.
Yeah, because
So
I'm
then
busy.
I could finally just like finish watching The Office. I could just watch it. Like
No,
I don't even want to watch it, but I just want to finish it.
Yeah, I got to watch fat kids running with milkshakes. So I have stuff to talk about in the podcast. I'm a busy boy. But yeah, so
Is that your boyfriend messaging you?
no, it's Lachlan.
Oh,
Anyway,
sorry, I thought it said Lewis. I was
No.
like, oh, boyfriend. Boyfriend alert.
it's not funny.
It's funny for everyone. Everyone knows your boyfriends. Did people or did they not say you guys are cute together?
I can confirm people ship me and Lewis
Exactly. So you can't deny it's
because we
not.
just spend so much time together.
Yes, because you're in love and you're boyfriends. I don't
Anyway.
know.
What's this podcast? Is the podcast still recording?
Well,
Yes,
I
it
would
is.
hope so.
All right. So what are we talking about? Oh, Qantas. That's all. Oh yeah, Qantas is awesome. So
Yeah,
yeah,
because it's not named after an animal that can't fly.
yeah. Oh yes, it is. Well, kangaroo is the emblem.
True.
I spelled Qantas wrong on my Snapchat, and everyone gave me shit. It sucked.
Oh wait, that's the.
I just spell everything wrong. I pronounce things wrong. I'm pretty
Even
much
in the fun fact he wrote meteorite. Spelled meteorite wrong.
Yeah, I'm illiterate, and everyone on stage the other day in Adelaide, I said, "Oh, I can put in the audio. I'm going to put in the audio of what happened."
Insert audio here.
Okay, so yeah, I said a joke. Essentially, what the audio is, I said a joke wrong. I'm going to write down 26 minutes, put it in. I said a joke in the wrong order, and I did not realize, and it was just the next 30 seconds was the most confusing thing. I don't know if you're here, but the audience started like just going, "You said it in the wrong order," just started yelling out like really constructive feedback in my set, and then I was confused as to what was happening because I just said 2 words in the wrong order. I was supposed to say, "I hate when isn't it rude when people talk in the cinemas on their phone," and I said, "Isn't it rude when people talk on their cinemas in the phone?" And I didn't realize I said anything wrong. And then Lewis was backstage and also was like, "You said the wrong thing, dickhead," and you mightn't be able to hear that in the audio. But anyway, I'll put the audio in. It was pretty funny. Shut the fuck up! Like calling the cops. How rude is it when people use their cinemas in the phone? It's just... Huh? Cinemas are what? I'm being heckled by the crowd and the fucking main act. I'm like in the middle of a cunt sandwich. It's like... What? Best of both worlds. Fucking Hannah Montana fan over here. Cool, so that's me being an idiot. So yeah, that just proves that people think it's an act, I think.
That you're an idiot.
No, like on the podcast, they meet me in real life and I'm also an idiot, and they're like, "Oh, you're the same person."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's underwhelming. I think people think I try and be stupider on this. No.
No, he's just
So do we have anything else to talk about? This might be a shorter podcast today, guys.
I have lots of things to...
What are we going to talk about next?
We were going to talk about your birthday.
What is there to talk about? I don't like talking about my own birthday.
He had his birthday today, everyone. I
And
filled
you
the house with balloons.
filled your lounge room with balloons.
Yeah.
Check it on my Snapchat.
We're going to be a bit late now.
No, I'll upload this after we've done. So if you're listening to this on the Monday, check it. And yeah, it was just full of balloons. She bought me 21 gifts because this is my 21st birthday. It was very, very nice of you. Going paintballing.
Yeah.
Which is going to be sick.
He's going to be bruised.
Bruised with paintball, so that's cool.
I bought just abuse.
It just kind of sucks though, and you did a surprise thing with friends and stuff.
Yeah.
Last night, which is cool.
You haven't really got a...
Well, it's because I can't have a 21st because I'm in a different state every weekend for like the next 7 weeks.
But then he's here, but then he's doing a show, so it's a little
yeah,
inconvenient.
I'm here and I'm back in Melbourne for like 2 or 3 weeks and then we go to Sydney again, but because through the comedy festival. But I just too busy to have a 21st, so you kind of surprised one on me.
Yeah,
when
so
I was very tired. We got back from Perth at 5 p.m. and they're
Went out for
3 hours
dinner.
behind Melbourne, the time zone. So I was really tired, not jet lagged. You can't really call jet lagged if it's 3 hours, but like I was just tired.
Yeah.
And I can't believe it. I didn't see it coming.
I know.
This is how dumb I am. She was like, "We're going to a bar because I'm going to buy a dress off a staff member there. Like I've organised to buy a dress, and you do buy stuff from people's house sometimes, like off Facebook.
Buy secondhand
She's
stuff.
like, "Yeah, like I'm buying a dress for a party, and the girls bought the dress to this bar, and we're going to this local bar of ours." And I was like, and on the way in, I was like to her, "This is the weirdest transaction ever. Like, why are we at a bar buying a dress?"
And I just turned around and said, "We're not." And,
like,
then his friends were
all
there.
my like high school mates are in there. I was like, "Oh, that's these weird." I was just embarrassed that I believed the story.
Yeah, it's a pretty dumb story. And like, his family obviously knew, and no one was being subtle at all.
No.
So I'm really glad he was tired because I got away with it. Which
I was just so
convenient.
confused as to why we were in a bar buying a dress. And I was like, "Oh, can I put on like shorts?" And she's like, "Nah, gotta wear jeans because we're going into the bar." I was like, "I can just wait in the car."
Yeah.
And she's like, "No, I want you to come in with me." I was like, "This is weird." I'm an idiot. I'm such an idiot.
See,
You've done
exactly.
This.
Another point. Luke's an idiot.
She planned a surprised 18th party for me as well. Had
Because
no
Luke can't
idea.
organise his own things.
No, because I'm doing other shit like selling dick jokes and.
You weren't telling dick jokes
honestly,
back in the
the
day.
middle of this time of year, I forgot
it's
about
too
my
bad.
birthday.
Yeah, he did.
I
Lewis,
got back on Sunday, and Lewis was like, "When's your birthday?" And I was like, "Ma, it's on a Monday." And then he was like, "What's the day?" And I was like, "It's Sunday." And he's like, "So is it like this Monday?" And I was like, "Yes." So it's tomorrow. Oh, it's tomorrow. And he's like, "Oh, cool."
I didn't forget about it. I'd been thinking about it all week.
When you're doing the shows, you don't. It just.
Oh, just so busy getting admired and
Getting admired, just getting people give me gifts and everyone loving me. You're underselling it when you said admired. No, but it's been super cool, and it's definitely like the most tiring but funnest couple of months I've had. So it's great.
But it'll be even better when
Melbourne starts. The show starts in 2 weeks. So
when
get on
you
that
start.
shit. Buy me a nice birthday present with a cheeky tick.
He likes saying cheeky.
What did you have to talk about my birthday? There's nothing else to talk about.
No, I just wanted to make people feel guilty if they don't buy tickets to your show.
What a dick.
Because he's forgotten about his birthday because he's working so hard. So all you guys will love it.
I'm just an idiot though. It's not even I'm working so hard. Well, I am, but it's just like
You are.
I'm so tired. That's why I'm like, can you come on the podcast? You're supposed to be anchoring this podcast because I'm too tired to do it.
Yeah, I'm carrying the team here.
You're not really.
I found the fun fact.
You did find the fun fact.
You sat here in silk while I found the fun fact, and you've gone, I don't want to do it, I'm tired. I'm Luke, I'm tired.
I am very tired.
And he's got a gig tonight as well. And
Got the I was saying okay. I can't even speak.
he made it to the Raw State Final, and that is tonight.
So it's like a
exciting.
nationwide comedy festival. I think I spent a few weeks ago. It's like 500 people enter. I think just in Victoria alone. And I was lucky enough and pretty cool. I made the state final, like the top 10,
Which is very cool.
And so I'm pretty excited about that tonight. Yeah, that's it. I'm doing that tonight, and I just hope sometimes I'm really tired during the day, and then I can turn it on for 5 minutes.
Get him some energy drink.
It was hard in Perth. I was super tired in Perth, and I did 25 minutes before Lewis' show, and I was just the lights were on me on stage. I was just exhausted.
And he doesn't drink coffee like the rest of the humans in the world.
No.
Like, I don't know how he survives. My blood is 50% caffeine sometimes. Like,
you're gonna have a heart attack next week.
I on the mornings that I do very early starts, I
You're like the squirrel from that movie Over the Hedge.
Oh my god! I always used to say that, Hammy.
Was it Hammy?
Hammy.
Okay.
And anytime I have an energy drink,
What an obscure movie references we've been doing. This is Air Bud and now Over the Hedge.
Over the Hedge is not obscure. It's a banging film, and everyone will know it. There will not be a person that doesn't know Over the Hedge. It's also on Netflix, so probably go watch that. Just
I hate it when
refresh
people
your memory.
don't know obscure...
With Steve. If you don't know who Steve is,
He's
you'll
the
find
turtle.
out.
He's a magic
no,
turtle.
he's not. You're an idiot.
Oh, Steve's the hedge.
Steve is the hedge. He's the best character in the whole movie.
I hate it when people don't know an obscure movie reference. Like, we're traveling with a guy who's touring with us at the moment called Mike, and he's the videographer / photographer for the tour. And his name's Mike. And I've been going make me like Mike all week. And then he's like, what's this movie like Mike? And he, like the one with Little Bow Wow, where he puts on the shoes and he becomes a freak basketball player. I'm like, dude, it was like basketball movies go like Space Jam up the
Yeah, I was
top,
about to say Space Jam.
Coach Carter, and then down by 50 is like Air Bud and like Mike. But you still know what they are because they're
I don't
banging
know
films.
Coach Carter.
Samuel L. Jackson's like it's like
Is it too serious?
It's an inspirational sports
Yeah,
movie.
that's
You
why I don't
hate
know it.
sports movies. She refuses.
I like Space Jam.
She refuses
it's
to watch.
about
Yeah,
aliens
because it's
and
got
Looney
Bugs
Tunes.
Bunny in it.
Yeah.
But she refuses to watch Remember the Titans.
Oh, it just
Rocky.
sounds straight. I never refuse to watch Rocky. I'd watch it. It just seems like a drag.
What's the least favorite movie I've ever shown you? I know the answer to this, and you guys will hate it.
Oh, Wayne's World.
Why didn't you like Wayne's World?
Well, it was a bit like, I don't know. I think I wasn't in the mood for it. I said I'm gonna give it another
It's
go.
hilarious.
You know what? Also wasn't great. What's the one with that annoying guy?
I don't know.
Oh, the
Rob
annoying one.
Schneider, but I hate him
No,
too.
what's
Adam Sandler,
no? The annoying one.
the annoying.
You know, he played in Friends. He played Rachel's boyfriend, and he was really
Ben
aggressive.
Stiller.
Ben Stiller.
Oh, was it Tropic Thunder?
Tropic Thunder. That wasn't the best either.
Tropic
You know
Thunder's
what? The only reason I
hilarious.
liked that because it had that guy in it that I like.
Jack Black.
No, I like Jack Black
Robert
too.
Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr.
He
I'm
plays
really bad with actors'
He
names.
plays a black guy.
And
I'm
actors'
still trying to
faces.
work out if that's racist or not. He did blackface for an entire film.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
Robert Downey Jr. He's a god.
Yeah.
God among men.
Yeah, he's a hard worker, man. He overcame like a full-on drug addiction and became a movie star. So
Yeah.
good on him. If he can do that, you can get up in the morning, everyone. You can
And buy tickets to Luke's show.
you can hop on www.lukekidgell.com. Did I do too many W's then? www. Yeah, I did. I did 4.
Only 3.
Only 3.
But I'm sure you knew that.
No one. Do you even say www anymore? Because everyone knows.
Just LukeKidgell.com.
Just Google that shit and you'll find
Well,
it.
you don't even have to. Yeah, I don't even think.
Bing that shit.
When you Google
Yahoo that shit. What's another search engine?
stuff. Blackle? Do you remember Blackle?
Oh, is that the Black Google?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the,
Oh, what was that one?
it's like
Ask
the
Jeeves.
ghetto. Ask Jeeves.
Do you remember Ask Jeeves?
Was that the Hamish and Andy we were talking about?
No,
I don't know.
I don't know. I remember Ask Jeeves though.
Bing that shit. Don't Google it.
No one's binging
Does
that
anyone
shit.
use Bing as their default browser? This
No one's
podcast is
using
just
Bing.
us talking about completely random shit.
Alright, let's do the question.
One, yeah, I think we only have one good question. We had one horrible one. I'm not going to read it out.
It is
you know
horrible.
who you are.
I read it and it was really. How do I forget the question up?
All right. The question is from where is it? Jediah. I mean, I don't know how to pronounce names.
I'm pretty sure Jed. Let's just call him Jed.
Jedi. I think it's
his
Jediah.
name- Yeah, but I reckon his name he'd get called Jed for sure.
Yeah.
He'd totally get Jed.
He said, "How many times have you been asked out? By the way, your podcasts are the best, and I listen to them every day, and even risk a detention to listen to you in class."
Well, now you don't have to.
Mate, airfare technique. I'm telling you, it's a thing.
Yeah.
So you won't be getting, and even if you do get a detention, get some cheeky white privilege in your detention.
Exactly.
So, how many times have I been asked out? Girls don't ask out guys.
And guys don't ask. No one just walks up to each other unless you're 12 and goes, "Will you be my girlfriend?" That's not how it works.
No, like you can ask someone out on a date, but I've never. I've had a
female.
girlfriend for 3 years. So
Yeah.
how did I ask you? Oh, let's not go into that.
He asked me out at a bus stop. I'm
So
sure that came
lame.
up in the last one.
So
No,
lame.
it was nice because you were waiting till the end of your exams.
Yeah.
So you wanted to finish your exams, but then you said you couldn't wait any longer, so you asked me at the bus stop.
I'm adorable.
Like
Big-
he's gone. Don't tell. Oh wait, no, I'm really cute. This makes me look good.
I'm very. Oh, it just makes me look like a pussy, but I'm very cute.
Mm.
I don't think I have a bad boy image though, so it's fine.
You definitely don't have a bad boy
No,
image. You don't play that.
No, I don't play that card. Some dudes do. Some comedians play the bad boy image,
Yeah.
aka my boy Lewis Spears.
He does play the bad boy card.
And then he's a pretty bad boy though.
He is a bad boy. He actually does bad boy things.
He does. He's a naughty boy.
Naughty.
Anyway.
Lewis.
But
By stealing my boyfriend, that's what he does. It's his naughty move.
no, I don't think he does play bad boys. Like when he comes on this podcast like last week,
Yeah.
he's just an idiot. He thought that 100% humidity was eating water.
Yeah.
So he's like, it gets like 90% humidity. If it gets 100%, do we just breathe water? No.
I can't believe he said that
What an
on
idiot.
air.
Like, he makes me look smart sometimes. Anyway, how many times have I been asked out?
Think about primary
Never-
school. Primary school, you would have.
Yeah, but I
Will
don't
you be my
remember.
boyfriend, Luke?
I was probably just the other way around, but me getting rejected.
I can see
So,
that.
never. I think people think I'm cooler than I am. People don't walk up to me in the street and go, "Oh my god, will you go out with me? People go.
No one does that in
People
general.
go, I like your memes, bro, and then like sometimes get a photo, and then. But it's never. You know what the insulting part is?
What?
It's never like a photo on their camera roll. It's always on Snapchat. They don't want to keep it. They just want to let people know that they met me.
They might be saving it and then sending it because
They just want to let people know that they met me, and then they go, "Oh, could I get a photo, bro? I've seen your meme on Lad Bible." But yeah, that's most of people. So no, I don't get asked out, and that's the only question. Wow.
Yeah.
This is really the worst podcast.
Oi, it's way cool. I'm on it. He's gone quiet.
Yeah, go, because try and make it good.
I already made it good at the start. I went, welcome to the podcast, and
Right.
I pretend to be you.
I think that's the end of the podcast, guys. Thank you very much for listening. National Tour is on sale.
Can I do the wrap up?
Sorry, you're me, aren't you?
Yes.
Are you me again? All right.
Yeah, I'm going to... well, I started. Let me finish. National Tour is on sale, guys. Make sure you buy from Melbourne,
I just said
Adelaide, Perth, Sydney, Brisbane. Get down. It'll be awesome. Emily will be there. So really, don't even worry about me, Luke. You'd obviously want to see her around. She's beautiful, funny, so funny with that cake joke of
You're
hers.
just proving that you're not right now.
So funny. I don't know. Like me on Facebook. What did you say?
Just send in. Can you send in questions and fun facts? Because I'm low.
Facts.
Questions and fun
leave
facts.
reviews as
Yeah.
well.
Also, I might be getting a few comedians on the podcast. So if you want questions about comedy, I'll save them for when I get a comedian on. I'm not going to say who I'm going to because I don't know yet, but I've got a few people in mind during the festival. Maybe some of the other online guys. So if you want to ask them questions about
Oh, you should have talked about
what,
I don't know if I'm meant to say it.
talk about what, mate? Whisper
if I'm
it.
meant to-
Say it. I just say it.
Marcus.
Oh, what about him?
You did a video with him.
Oh yeah, I did a video with Marcus Dibble in Perth
I didn't know
because
if
he
like
lives
that
in
was under
Perth.
wraps or something.
Oh no, he was on my Snapchat. So,
Oh, true.
but if you want to listen to me, Lewis, Marcus Dibble, Mike from North Borders, and Jeff from Children of Poseidon, that old Jackass group. I don't think they're doing stuff at the moment, but we all did a podcast together in Perth, like really late at night, on Marcus's balcony. So if you want to go listen to that, go listen to Spearhead Sundays. That was a good podcast actually. Lewis was on here last week. Lewis may be on the podcast again next week because we'll be in Gold Coast this time next week. So it may be another guest podcast. So yeah. Thanks very much for listening, everyone. Buy tickets to the tour. I'll see you at the shows.
Have a good day.